Welcome back to another episode of Sunday League Pundits presented by Uber One. Uber One is a membership that allows you to save across Uber Eats, Uber Rides, and everything in between. Unlimited $0 delivery fee, 5% off Eats, and 5% off rides. Join Uber One today and get your first month free. Visit uber.com/Uber1 for details. That's the word one, O-N-E. And welcome back, friends, to another episode of Sunday League Pundits presented by Uber One. World Cup is speeding up here. I'm here with my buddy Brett.
World Cup.
Sunday League Pundits. It's just two of us. No Liam, none of the other lads. Lucas and Greg and Matt. It's okay. Life happens. We try to record this. We are recording this the day before the quarterfinals. We're already at the quarterfinals. It's been kind of weird with having no football for 2 days.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Except we're going to ignore that Man United result.
Yeah, we are. As you put in the group chat, thank God Garnacho's playing. We go down 2-0 and then we tie it up.
Yeah,
and then,
I heard Martial played well.
Yeah, he Panenka in a pen.
Yeah. In this podcast, we're going to go over our predictions for the quarterfinals, just going over some of the round of 16 results. And we'll also be doing Pundits Predict, powered by Coolbet later. And I also want to get into John Guidetti, the story of John Guidetti.
Yeah, I don't know much about this.
There you go. We also talk about the, what else? Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to try to give him some positive light because there's too much negative press around this guy.
I'm saying that's growth. That's growth, Wazzy.
And if you're tuning into this podcast, I've been very anti-Ronaldo since September, probably.
Yeah.
So since the new season started, so I'm interested. I have some comments about him. So let's get into right now. I would say, let's start with the round of 16 real quick.
Sure.
Let's not get too crazy into depth, but the round of 16 kicked off here. Let me check. Was it last Friday? Saturday.
Saturday, yeah, I believe.
There was a 3-1 Netherlands advanced 3-1 over the USA. Any thoughts on that one? Hold on. Did we already talk about the round of 16?
Maybe we did. No,
we didn't. No. Okay. Yeah.
That's how much this World Cup has been going on. Too. You're like, what have we talked about too? And you know what? I think the States got the short end of the stick, but they were playing a full team, an experienced team, and Depay. You talked about Depay too in his comments, but you know what? I think Depay played well. I think he was the better. I think it was the Netherlands' best game, but now they're going up against Argentina in the quarterfinals, and I think that's going to be their biggest threat so far.
No, 100%. Depay, Blind, Dumfries.
Blind, I forgot.
Yeah, it was a good
Denzel,
goal.
that's the thing. Denzel Dumfries. What was it, a goal, 2 assists?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He was class.
Yeah, I think looking back at the game, it felt like the U.S. outclassed or no?
What, were they outclassed?
No. It feels like so much has happened, right?
Yeah. I just think they were beat by the better team.
Yeah.
But I also think that Berhalter had a masterclass against the England side. And then everybody was like, oh, okay, maybe Berhalter isn't as bad.
I don't want to shit on the States too much. We actually do have a lot of American listeners. I was looking at our stats, so shout out America. So I think most of our listeners come from America.
Yeah. So. But no, yeah, I just think I think Berhalter got beaten that one. Berhalter had a masterclass, or I think England played into Berhalter's game in their game, but then Netherlands just took out Berhalter's game.
Yes.
And they didn't have anyone to score either. The Pepe, Ferreira looked awful.
I think I caught the tail end of that game. So the next one was Argentina, Australia. Argentina edging out Australia 2-1. It was just wow.
So close.
Yes. Very at the end, yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what that lad's name is for Australia, but he got a move to the Premier League this year, and he got the chance. Luol, I believe his name is. Yeah, he just, if he would have got a little bit more on it, I think there would have been the chance. Oh, could you imagine the story? I was standing on this sofa when it was happening because we were live on twitch.tv/90th Minute Official. But yeah, no, I wanted that to go in so bad, but Australia played a good game. You know what? They minimized as much as they could for Argentina, and you know what? Props to them. I think they were probably the second story of the tournament so far.
Oh, definitely. Messi scored a nice goal, I thought. A lot of people kind of curious. Oh, he only scored against Australia. Yeah, I thought it was kind of fantastic how there was like about 3 defenders trying to block his shot, like trying to get in front of Messi, and he still found a way to just curl it in and just a nice clean finish. That's what Messi does.
Yeah, no, 100%. And you can only beat what's in front of you, right?
Yeah, and I've really liked the way Argentina's played in this tournament. I know it hasn't been perfect, but I think the way they're able to control possession and dominate a team is it's second to none. Of course, Australia scored one goal. Fernandez. Yeah, Aussie's great tournament, great story. Australians were in love with their country at this World Cup. I think that says a lot about the World Cup.
Yeah.
A lot of people think to have a successful World Cup for your country that you have to go to the semifinals, the quarterfinals, you have to win it. If you don't win the World Cup, it's a failure. Yeah, you look at a country like Australia, they're celebrating in the streets just by going to the round of 16. Like, that's all. Like, sometimes the smallest results are massive. They're impactful. Morocco is another example here, going to the quarterfinals. We'll get to them. Like, I know people are like, they'll say, "Oh, why are you happy if your country gets one win at the World Cup?" It's the World Cup. It happens every 4 years, especially for the smaller countries. It's a memory that'll last a lifetime.
Well, think about us when Canada even scored a goal.
Yeah.
Just scored a goal.
Yeah.
And 100%. It's about progress, and you realize you're not always going to beat these teams. It's just a matter of getting the result, getting a result, not necessarily, or the progress, excuse me. It's not necessarily about the result, but 100%.
Moving on to the Sunday match, we had France, Poland.
Yeah, how you doing, bud?
I'm not surprised we lost 3-1. The first half in that Poland-France gave me a little bit of hope. We played well. I thought we attacked France well. We created a few more chances than we did ever against Argentina and even Mexico. So I like the way we did well in that first 45 minutes, even though we conceded. It was, let me see here, who scored the first goal in that game? That was Giroud.
Yeah.
Good finish, I think.
Broke the record, too.
So I wasn't surprised. Like, it was a shame. And then France Mbappe really turned on the Jets in that second half. Matty Cash tried his best. I thought he did have a good game, but you can't. It's tough to have. It's fucking Mbappe.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Mbappe scored that first goal, I'm like, yeah, this guy just sent us to the shadow round.
Those goals were insane, though. Like, those are world-class goals.
That's the thing. And if you were watching our stream on twitch.tv/9th official, as soon as those goals went in, my face was just blank. I'm like, of course, it was bound to happen. It just had to happen. And I can respect those goals too. It was fantastic. Of course, and then Lewandowski scores. God, that was weird.
Yeah.
He misses the penalty, and it's like, you gotta be. He just gets worse, and then they have to retake it. He scores, and it's kind of like, I don't know how to feel. I should be happy, but I'm sad, and it's like I'm happy for Leva because it's his last World Cup. At the same time, I don't know. It's hard. Interesting enough, we have the highlights here from TSN about the quarterfinals featuring Lewandowski. Scores that 90th-minute penalty. England wrecked Senegal. 3-0, which is a shame because Senegal are great supporters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be missing an aspect of this World Cup now.
But England's looking good.
They are.
They're starting to really gel. I know, like, in those, even in Iran, they, like, 6-2, you know. Sure, the game against the States wasn't ideal, but after that States game, they've been cruising. But the thing is, they're going up against France in the quarterfinals. I think this is their real first true test.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see. I think Euro 2020, they didn't have the sharpest of opponents, like maybe the Danes. So I'm interested to see how England-France can be a good game, I think.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's a rivalry, too. I think there's a lot to play for in this, obviously, with it being in the quarterfinals, but a lot of bragging rights, too. A lot of players who know each other, too.
So, 3-0. It was great. I was watching that game, like, Jude Bellingham.
Oh.
How is this man 19? How is he 19?
Isn't he class?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited to see what this could do.
Is it bold to call him the English Zidane?
Yeah. Oh wow.
I mean, clearly I haven't watched enough Zidane highlights, right? But no, I don't know what his price tag is gonna be.
Aren't you kind of scared about that price tag could be? My buddy texted me the other day, actually during that game, and he goes, United need to throw all the money at Jude. Bruno, Casemiro, Jude, Rashford, Gakpo, Sancho.
Yeah.
Like whoever's gonna get him. Liverpool, I know Man United is not out of the race, but let's be real, it's going to be either Liverpool or Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So
for
a lot of money.
Yeah, and the goal scorers, we got Henderson. It was good to see Kane got a goal. That was he needed that goal, I think. Saka.
Did you see the celebration with Henderson and Jude?
I think so, yeah.
They just go head to head, and Jude's like, I was listening to him talk about it, and he goes, I felt him starting to go do it, and I was just like, I've got to commit if I want to do it, and then all of a sudden he hammered into my head.
I do like a lot of the English players who are kind of protecting Jude Bellingham when it comes to the transfer rumors, because they keep getting brought up. Oh, there was that one person in Qatar, like, oh, Jude, come to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And
you'll win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, Henderson's like, bro, no, just yeah.
He did say Jordan did say he's coming to Liverpool.
Yeah, kind of like jokingly. I know they're trying to influence him, but at the same time, I just kind of like they're trying to protect him because they know he's so young. Like, bro, just let him be. He's at the World Cup.
Yeah,
enough of these rumors.
100%. 100%. No, and I think next, don't we have the Croatia-Morocco match? Was that the next one? Yes,
the next day after that we have on Tuesday. Oh no, actually we skipped over.
Did we?
Japan, Croatia.
Oh yeah, we forget about that one.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic match.
Croatia, Japan go to pens. I woke up to watch the penalties. Great game.
That was the thing. Like it was 0-0.
Yeah,
it went into pens, but even at 0-0, it was a very exciting match. I thought maybe the chances were a little sparse, but when you did, oh no, it wasn't. Dyson Maeda scored. It was 1-1.
Yes,
it was 1-1. Yes, excuse me. It was 1-1, and Dyson Maeda. I love watching Dyson Maeda because he just goes dart around. The guy's always running. So, that was another fantastic match too.
I mean, Dyson Maeda. If I take a look here, what did he get subbed on?
No, he started.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Yeah, he plays for Celtic. He's 25. Liam loves him. Good to see Nagatomo playing for Japan still. I totally forgot that guy was a footballer. He's 36, plays for FC Tokyo. Credit to Japan for having a good tournament as well, getting to the round of 16. Oh, it would be nice to see him in the quarterfinals.
I know,
This is good for Japanese football, though.
Good 8.6 match rating for on One Football.
I think a lot of love here has to go to Croatia's keeper, though. Fantastic, just being able to stop all those pens.
Yeah, the Croatia's keeper.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, Caroline said it on Kickback presented by Uber One. She goes, she has seen some of the worst, and I agree, some of the worst pens in a very long time. Like, they have been very bad pens.
In this World Cup or in that Japan game?
This World Cup.
Yeah, honestly. Lewandowski, Messi, pens have been weird.
And then also in the Morocco game, but Spain. Oh my God! Luis Enrique said they practiced 1,000 pens, and they looked awful.
Yes, 1,000 pens, and they didn't score a single one.
No,
against Morocco.
Somebody goes, did they practice them with a goalie in the net?
Yeah. Oh my God. Brazil also. Oh, so shout out to Croatia for moving on. Not surprising. Lucas here on Sunday League Pundits presented by everyone. They have Croatia go to the final, but
oops.
Brazil defeats South Korea 4-1, and that game was done pretty quickly, unfortunately. South Korea, I put out that tweet. Yeah, cheers Brazil, son's crying at halftime. Because the guy's always crying. But
well, because I remember, that's why I thought it was the 0-0 one, but because that was the noon game.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's been about those noon games, but holy were they sleepers. Like, yes, you got those. I mean, the game was done by the 36th minute.
Yeah.
I mean, we started having a rave on stream because there was just nothing else going on. We celebrated South Korea's goal like it was the game winner because there was something that actually happened.
Well, when Brazil's winning, It's a party. It's a vibe. You're seeing the players dancing, and screw Roy Keane for calling it disrespectful. Anyone who's saying that the Brazilian dancing is disrespectful, no. Brazil is they're not trying to disrespect South Korea. It's just a part of their culture, their footballing culture, their heritage, the dancing. It's
a celebration of the game, too.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's a celebration of the game, especially in Brazil. And we got a comment here recently on YouTube. I saw it was a great comment. I'm going to pull up here about Brazil's dancing. Give me a moment. Dun, dun, dun.
And there's also the pigeon. It's a pigeon.
So Sasha comments, "You guys don't understand. I'm Brazilian and can explain what that means. For our culture, that was only a simple celebration. It's the way we do celebrate. That's it. Nothing less, nothing more. I'm pretty sure none of those players had in mind any or even the smallest intention of disrespecting South Korea. Like you said, it's a simple celebration.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
Ronaldinho was doing it when he was playing, R9, I'm maybe dancing, I don't know.
Well, it's not like they were running around, like, throwing their shirts around, going, we won that cup.
Brazilians are known for dancing the samba,
Yeah, it's not like they went to the goalkeeper like, fuck you, you motherfucker.
You know what would have been disrespectful is if Brazil gave the penalty to the keeper. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Neymar took a great penalty.
And also, like, I loved the manager getting into the celebration.
Yes.
That was
I don't understand the pigeon celebration, but credit. We also have a Brazil flag here, so vamos!
Yeah, joga bonito!
Yes! I love singing Brazil vibe in the World Cup. It's good.
We're here for it.
Moving on to Tuesday's matches in Morocco, Spain. That's a penalty shootout 0-0. Like we mentioned, Spain didn't score a single penalty.
Yep.
Bono scores. Bono?
Yeah.
From Montreal, Quebec, by the way.
Yeah.
Canadian. But they have a few players who were, I think, Hakimi, born in Spain, Madrid, and it was just I'm loving Morocco. They haven't scored a lot, but they also haven't conceded. I think they've only scored 4 times in this tournament, but they've also conceded once?
Once to Canada.
To Canada, yeah. Trying to keep ourselves somehow.
We're still relevant, baby. But I think the other thing too is like that's a team who's obviously difficult to score against. Yeah. Not only did they prove that in their group, but now they've proved it against Spain.
Yeah,
like Spain. Now they're going up against Portugal, and you go, "Oh my god, okay, shit." But still, you beat Spain, and you sit there and go, "Who can't we beat then?"
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, Morocco, that's gonna be a very interesting match. Morocco, Portugal.
Oh yeah,
I'm very interested because Morocco's been very defensive while Portugal's been very offensive heavy. They love the attack. They've been aggressive. But also, I just want to give, Hakimi's celebration and the goal. It was cool.
Yeah.
I talked about it. I made a TikTok about it. I was saying, just like how calm he was to score that goal. And people were like, well, he did the celebration for Sergio Ramos because Sergio Ramos didn't get called up, and it was kind of like, fuck you, Spain. You should have called up Ramos. Because they did that celebration together at PSG. And this guy comment, he's like, you're such a casual. How do you not know that celebration was for Sergio Ramos? I don't know. I don't follow PSG closely. I'm sorry.
God.
Bro.
Shut up.
I've been to more Canadian Premier League matches than I've watched Ligue 1 matches. Sorry, bro. I'm supporting my local. Right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have one.
Yeah.
But I was like, how am I a casual if I don't? Sorry, I like PSG. They're fun to watch.
Yeah, sorry, I missed Hakimi and Sergio Ramos's goal celebration.
But I love that. Just the way he waddled. I'm like, yo, if I scored that goal for my country, I'd be fucking flipping shit.
Oh, my shirt would be off. I would be running around. No, he was so calm. He was so. I love Hakimi. Hakimi's world class, man. He's going to be something special.
And then to Portugal 6. Switzerland 1. The whole headline before this match was like, oh, Ronaldo's not starting. And I'm like, okay, that's smart. I don't think he's been the best in that 11 for Portugal. I think they do play better without him. That's not to insult Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe he is right now better off the bench. Maybe he's that type of player you bring on when you maybe need a goal or just need. It's fine. Everyone was so shocked. Even Canadian media, TSN, they're like, I'm surprised they're not starting him. I'm like, well, if you've seen the way they've played with him in the lineup, it hasn't been the best. So,
well, and that is the thing. When you somebody, I forget who it was. I saw it on TikTok, I believe. But as they mentioned, it was also the first game that Portugal played without two holding mids.
yeah.
So they had a very aggressive.
Yes, that's what I saw. That's what I saw as well. So Portugal were able to be more aggressive because of these holding mids, which was awesome to see.
Yeah, and it's just a totally different style of play now for them, and that's not a style of play that fits Cristiano Ronaldo. That's okay. That's how you manage a team, by putting out the best players possible in the system. Now, if you're going to start playing a system that needs a bona fide target man, that needs an aerial threat that can go out there, and yes, we haven't really seen Ronaldo beat defenders too often recently, but he can still. It's still fucking Ronaldo. I think it's always going to be blown out of proportion because it is Cristiano Ronaldo. But I think if you put an ounce of secondary thought into it and context clues into it, I think you're better off for it.
We're trying to look for this thing I put up. There was something about Ronaldo and Ramos. There's Gonçalo Ramos. We need to talk about him. 21 years old. First hat-trick for Portugal. First hat-trick for the World Cup. Man, the goals he was scoring are fucking nice.
Oh, that first goal, like near post, and I feel bad for the casuals who are going to watch that game and see Jan Sommer just get absolutely torched in that match, because Jan Sommer is world class, but he looked pedestrian in that match. Even Rafael Leao's goal, when that was going far post and he just stood there, you sat there and was like, honestly, you probably couldn't do anything about that. And it's 5-1 at that point, so what's the point? But no, Ramos was just, every time he touched the ball, it felt like something was going to happen. And I think that also feeds into it too. Is like, it's not like Ronaldo was subbed in for some guy who didn't deserve it. He was subbed in for a guy who is also world class. He's young. He's doing very well at Benfica right now, and we're going to see, I think, him move for a good dollar.
And this is what Otavio said about Ronaldo not starting. You know what the first thing Cristiano did when he found out he wasn't starting? Or he wouldn't start? He went to go speak to Gonçalo Ramos and the rest of the team to encourage them. He is our leader. Everything around Ronaldo is negative according to the media. They create many fake stories. That's 100% happening right now. I made a TikTok just saying this is getting overdone.
Yep.
The negative attention about Cristiano Ronaldo is getting so overblown because it's so easy to get clicks out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you know, ESPN FC, Sport Bible, these are kind of some of the culprits I've found when I'm looking through social media. They always try to like nitpick. Oh my God, Gonçalo Ramos scored 3 goals in the knockout stage. Ronaldo's never done that. Wow. Who cares?
Yeah. Feeding a narrative.
Yeah, that's perfectly put. And for me, yeah, I've been negative about Ronaldo. Everybody knows this, but I'm starting to also look at like, okay, well, this is getting fucking tiring.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of enjoying seeing Portugal progress, and all the headlines are about, oh look at Ronaldo's facial expression. He's not happy being on the bench. I'm like, really? There's photos of him smiling.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. So many people are like, you look at him and he looks so angry. Every time they showed him on the broadcast, he was like smiling and stuff. Yeah, and they were like, and then that was the other thing too, is that it was an American media company. So I was like, oh wow, shocker. But they were like, every time Portugal scored a goal, they showed Ronaldo on the bench. And I was like, well, they showed him like twice, and both times he was smiling and laughing. So what are we talking about here?
I do think Ronaldo needs to change his game a bit to be more effective at his age. I think a good example would be maybe Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Sure.
Because he went back to AC Milan at 38 into his 40s, and he was still impactful. He was still scoring goals. He won a title with AC Milan. Yep. So I think if Ronaldo maybe looks at Zlatan and sees, okay, how was he able to still be productive at his age? Because let's be honest, when you watch Ronaldo play, he's not as swift as he used to be. He's not as strong. He doesn't have this. He's not able to utilize the same skills. So I think if he can just find a way to, I don't know, just change his game a bit to be more impactful in different areas of the game, and he can still finish. His shooting's still incredible. It's just he's not being able to be put in those positions to score anymore.
Yeah.
He's not putting himself in those positions. So it's, how does Ronaldo make himself more useful on the pitch?
Yep.
And I think that's something he needs to reflect. And maybe he is. Maybe he's trying to find a way. Because there is a reason why these European clubs aren't wanting him. Because they don't view him as an asset. Or maybe it's like he wants to compete in the Champions League. But can he play for a Champions League club right now? With the way he plays?
I think the right one. I think the one that's going to have a system that he can thrive in.
And then also, there's also the question: which company, or not which company, which club can really give him the wages that he demands? And
that, and whether or not if A, the system is already there, or B, if he is a fit already, and that's difficult in January, right? That you've already had half your season already, so you're sitting there going, wow, am I willing to take the risk of going and changing the system for one of the GOATs in this sport has ever seen, or does that put our club at a detriment? Yeah, no, 100%. What's next?
Well, we can move into the knockouts here.
All right.
We are heading into the quarters tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the Netherlands versus Argentina and Croatia versus Brazil. Oh my god, these are mouth-watering matches. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Every match was fucking great in the World Cup quarterfinals.
And well, first of all, that's a big... Well, I have a couple of thoughts on it, but I'm sitting here, and I mentioned before, Netherlands and Argentina. Is that, first of all, it's going to be the Netherlands' biggest threat, like their biggest, most difficult match, excuse me. But on the flip side, is it also the most difficult team Argentina has played at this tournament?
I think so. I think this is, Netherlands, they've been playing well. I mean, they haven't played the most prettiest football, but this is also their biggest test. Argentina, the same. I mean, Poland's not really tested. I'm sorry. Saudi Arabia just surprised everybody.
Yeah.
But they didn't do much after that. Mexico didn't do anything to Argentina. So, yeah, I think especially it'll be interesting to see how Argentina takes on a Cody Gakpo. How do you say his name? Fuck. Frankie de Jong. There's a lot of good players in that Dutch side who can be... Argentina could lose this game, but I don't think they will.
You don't think so?
No, I think they're going to dominate possession. Like, I question on how will the Dutch respond to when Argentina has the ball heavily, because once Argentina has the ball, they don't seem like they want to lose possession or can lose possession. Yeah,
and you saw that against on the Netherlands side, you saw that against Senegal, where Senegal they really took advantage of having the ball, but they couldn't score. But this Argentina team can score.
100%.
So can it get ugly?
Yeah, and everyone says, "Oh, if you can just lock down Messi, you're okay." I'm like, locking that. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I don't know. I think I'll go Argentina. I just think they've been so good on the ball. But the Netherlands, I think if they want to beat Argentina, they have to be able to press very quickly. And once they get that ball, they need to make very quick movements, break that line, and score. It's the only way you're going to beat Argentina, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, the way Argentina is able to just hold possession and make it look pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think in the other one too. I'm not going to lie. I think Croatia is going to get battered here.
By Brazil?
Oh, I think it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, that's interesting because Croatia have had some interesting results in this World Cup besides the Canada results. I mean, they drew 0-0 against Morocco in the opening match.
Yep.
They drew 0-0 against Belgium, who've not been a good tournament.
Yep.
Then they go to penalties against Japan.
Yep.
1-1. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how, because Brazil's looking fucking good.
Oh my god, no, really?
I really hope this is a game where Anthony can really just kind of have that game.
Yeah.
Where he kind of shows what his quality in this World Cup.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I hope so too. I think Anthony has looked better than people give him credit for, but
No, I think Antony's been good. It's just the rest of the Brazil squad is kind of taking more of the attention.
Yeah, no, for sure. The reason why I think this is going to be bad for Croatia is that their best defender has been Vardiol.
100%, yeah.
And after that has been a massive drop off. They're all slow and older. And you saw, hell, if they go to added time, Will Modric and Perisic and Kovacic, all guys who got taken off in the game, be there later on in the game, because that's telling me that they might not be fit.
Yeah.
And they're older. And you're going up against a Jogo Bonito football that has been fantastic, that has been quick, that has been very pointed and poignant as well.
I think it just keeps getting better as the tournament goes.
100%. And we talked about...
they lost to who in the group stage?
Brazil. They lost to... it was their first ever...
Cameroon?
Yeah, their first ever loss to an African team at the World Cup.
I don't think that was really like a shocker. Oh, it kind of was, yes. But like not at the same time. It's like Brazil was on to the next round. They're like... We can take things a little easy and kind of recoup energy.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it's going to be.
You think so? I think it'll be closer. Yeah, we'll get our predictions in during the pundits predict.
Yep. Powered by Coolbet.
There you go. Yeah. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see how that game will go. I hope for. I just want to see a Neymar masterclass.
You don't want to see?
I want to.
I do too.
I want him to cement his legacy in this World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah. I want it to be an exciting game that's out of hand, you know?
On Saturday, England, France. This is the match of the quarterfinals right now.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Potentially match the tournament.
Yep.
Because this is going to be, reigning champs as well in France. England has looked fantastic. England always comes in with a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah. And this is also the first competitive match against England and France is Euro 2012.
Oh.
So it's been 10 years in the making this match. The last time England and France played, Scott Parker was in the English starting 11 at Euro 2012. So many changes. I'm going to bring it up here. England's squad back at Euro 2012. It was not pretty.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah, I did take a look at it like before we did this podcast, like last week when this draw was made up. But ESPN UK did bring it out. Let me see it here real quick. Yeah, England's starting 11 the last time they faced France in a major tournament. Welbeck up front.
Yes.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Ashley Young.
Yes.
James Milner.
Come on.
Steven Gerrard, who was pretty good at the time.
Not bad.
Scott Parker. Ashley Cole. Okay, he's pretty good.
I like Ashley Cole.
Joleen Lescott in defense with John Terry Johnson. Is that Glenn Johnson? I have no idea. And Joe Hart.
Yes.
I think Wayne Rooney's on the bench. Back then, though, England fans was telling you Welbeck was the next Pele. I was reading the comment here.
Yeah, no, I remember he was getting a lot
of... to be fair, Gerrard was very good at the time. Terry, one of the best defenders of the Premier League. Ashley Cole was the best left back in the Premier League. So, interesting callbacks, like Scott Parker, for example. I don't remember how good he was at the time, but I think the scoreline was 1-1, actually.
And was that in a group stage match?
That was group stage, yeah.
Thank God. If that was a knockout stage group, I would have been so pissed off. Do you know how they moved on? Or how that went on?
England, I think I'll go back check Euro 2012.
Because if that is a club, or if that is a side that moved on to the round of 16, I would puke.
I think they did go to the round of 16.
Who was in their group? Fucking... North Macedonia. I know for a fact North Macedonia wasn't in there, but
the group stage. Let me take a look here real quick. Gotta find it. It was I remember this tournament. It was a good tournament.
Oh my God.
England, France. You had Ukraine and Sweden.
Wow.
I remember that Zlatan scored one of the goals of the tournament actually in that group.
So
it was They finished 1-1 the last time they played.
Mm-hmm.
Joleen Lescott scored for England, and Samir Nasri scored for France.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So who moved on? France and England?
England actually topped the group.
Fuck off.
They beat Ukraine and Sweden.
Fair enough, I guess.
Let's go take a look at the knockouts. I think. Oh, they did go to the knockouts. I think they went to the quarterfinals, and they ended up losing to Italy. And that was the iconic chip from Andrea Pirlo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
that's good. That's good stuff.
It was England, Italy in the round of 16, and went to penalties, and everyone knows what happens. Pirlo's chip. Oh, yeah. Joe Hart's like tongue movements. He looked pretty cocky, and Pirlo had one of the tournaments to remember. This brings back good vibes. Holy shit! So,
I guess we'll save it for pundits predict. But what do you think in general will happen in this match?
Mbappe will score.
Yeah,
Mbappe will score.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a match of the midfield.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I think France has had a good midfield so far, and we all already talked about some of the class that's in England's midfield. Whoever will win the midfield game will win the match.
No, probably. Or whoever can defend Kylian Mbappe.
Harry Maguire! Harry Maguire?
Well, Harry Maguire, he did take on Mbappe and Neymar a few times already with United.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're just to see how Southgate will line up, too. Maybe he doesn't start.
I doubt it. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, true.
He's been fantastic.
And then, of course, Morocco, Portugal.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to go.
Well, Portugal's look good.
Yeah.
And like Nathan Santos also on Kickback, presented by Uber One, said it was one of the best performances. Actually, he said it was the best performance he's ever seen from Portugal.
I'd have to agree with him.
If you can build off that, and I mean, Morocco's been very difficult to play against. Amrabat has been class. I mean, Buffon was saucy. Oh my goodness, what he did to Marcos Llorente, turned him around, just went, see you, lad. Oh my goodness. So there's some really positive things for this Moroccan side.
Yeah.
But man, is it going to be tough to do it against Portugal.
Yeah.
But you're going to need Bono to stand on his head again. And did you see the media member from Morocco speaking to Bono?
He was just in tears. He was just
I
like,
love it. I love the ability to be human in that situation where he's like, I'm a reporter from Morocco, but I'm going to say this in English so everybody understands. You're a hero. What you have done is something that will be remembered forever. And it's giving me goosebumps right now because this is what sport is about, is for these moments. And for, hey, he's a kid born in Montreal, moved away to Morocco, and ended up supporting capping and appearing for Morocco, and now he this is the story. I love it.
Yeah, and it's what else? It's just like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, just getting to the quarterfinals can uplift a country. It does feel like you've kind of won the World Cup, but you haven't. It's just amazing how, like, for a country like Morocco, for a country like Australia, just getting a World Cup win or a knockout win is infectious. It's amazing. I don't know. You see the celebrations, the stream. People are like, "We're moving on to the World Cup. We're getting closer to that trophy." And it's like, I guess if you're a French supporter or a German supporter, they're like, we won a round of 16. About time.
Yeah, no, 100%. Hello, and welcome to our brand new segment called The Pundits Predict, powered by CoolBet. The World Cup has finally arrived, and if you're looking to get into the action, just head to coolbet.ca. For match odds, player props, nation and tournament specials, there is no better time to be a cool better than right now. Build the ultimate same-game parlay with CoolBet's Bet Builder for every single Qatar 2022 match. CoolBet. Stay cool and bet responsibly. On to Pundits Predict, powered by CoolBet.
Yes,
let's do it, because we first of all we'll go through our winners, our match winners, and then we're going to go through our 90th minute exclusives that are on CoolBet, because there's some pretty fun ones on there. But let's start off with the first match. Who's up? Where do you want to start first? Croatia, Brazil?
Croatia, Brazil, yes. I'm just trying to get the cool bet odds here.
The cool bet
odds. You have them.
I have our exclusives up right now, but I can get our World Cup right here. Here we go. Croatia, Brazil. Croatia is heavy underdogs.
Yeah.
A plus 840 for Croatia. A draw is at plus 415, and Brazil sitting as the obvious favorites, minus 256 here. Where are you going?
I'm going to go Brazil. They're going to win 1-0.
Whoa, really? Yeah, really? Okay. Yeah. Currently, to win 1-0 for Brazil, it's minus 1176. 1,176 on to win 1-0. Croatia's plus 2,100. So, yeah, that's also a very heavy favorite for that there. I'm surprised 1-0, Wazzy. I'm surprised you think it'll be tight.
Croatia hasn't really been scoring a ton, and I think Brazil will always find a way to score.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, I think that's the best result. Could be like a 2-1 as well. You know, it could go to hopefully not pens. I don't want to go. I don't want to see Brazil and pen. If it's Argentina, if it's not, I don't know. I want to see a couple different countries win the World Cup. I don't like you want Messi and Ronaldo to either win it, but Neymar would be nice.
Neymar would be nice.
The win the World Cup for Pele would be that would be sweet.
Totally. No, I agree.
There's a lot in England, of course. It's coming home.
Football's coming home. I think it's going to be ugly. I've already mentioned. I think it's going to be 4-0.
Fuck.
4-0. It's 4-0. Yeah, I think it's going to be ugly. I think the fact that they were able to do it against who was it that they did it against? But
Switzerland?
Yeah, no, that was Portugal. But yeah, no, I just think they'll just run table. South Korea, there we go. See, we've, what was it, 19 days of straight football? So.
Yeah, I think it's 17.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think that's it could either be a blowout or a very tight game, I think.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. The next match for the World Cup, which is later that day, Netherlands, Argentina. This one's a little closer. Netherlands plus 275 to win, plus 218 to draw, and plus 128 for Argentina to win.
I will go another clean sheet.
Okay.
I'll go another tight game. I'll go 2-1 Argentina extra time.
Ooh, okay. I also am going to go 2-1, but I am going to go. I don't know. I don't think it'll be extra time.
Yeah.
But I think both Messi and Cody Gakpo will score.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my call. That's my prop for that one. Next one, Morocco, Portugal, happening at 8 a.m. our time on December 10th. Plus 470 for Morocco to win. That's actually oddly better than Croatia's odds to win. Plus 270 for a draw, and Portugal, the clear favorites, at minus 141. Where are you going?
I will go.
Are you going to follow the Jews?
It's so hard to say because I want to see Morocco advance.
Yeah.
I want to see them in a semifinal. I will go. I am sorry. I don't know, man. This is so fucking dumb. You know what? I will go 3-1, 3-0. Actually. 3-0 Portugal.
Oh,
I think Portugal's gonna find a way to break down the Moroccan wall and say, hey, you know what? We're gonna show the world what we're made of.
Yeah, no, I hate to do it too. I don't think it'll be. It might be 3-0. It genuinely.
Would you say this is Portugal's first actual tough test? Yeah.
No. I think Switzerland. No.
Morocco's been good, bro.
Morocco has been good. They are saucy.
Just for context, I don't care who really wins this. I would be happy for both countries.
Yeah, well, I've always been a Portugal supporter, so.
At the same time, it's like, if we can see that Messi-Ronaldo World Cup final, the closer we get,
Yeah, could you, because there's so often where you get like Twitter would break if this would happen.
And like, the thoughts of like having either a Portugal semifinal with France or England is also tasty.
Yeah,
Portugal's been fun to watch this tournament.
But at the same time, do you think like I'm also in the same boat of if they do have an Argentina-Portugal final, does Ronaldo start? Because there's a very strong chance that he doesn't start.
You know, that final, as soon as the whistle blows, the whole world stops.
100%. But also, it's also the final. Yeah. So, like, how could you not sit there and go, I mean, Ronaldo has to start. Right?
Yeah. That's a World Cup final for the ages.
Yeah.
Please God.
I will go Portugal. I'll go 3-0 as well. Not to follow you too much, but no, I think no, fuck it. I'll go 4-0. Yeah. It was too, you know what? They really took advantage. I think Switzerland's a good side. So I think Morocco will be a little out of their element, and yeah.
Get to
the next one. Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted to say anything else. This one's tight. This one's the tightest. England, France. England plus 215 for the win. A plus 228 draw. I don't know why they even have draws. It goes to penalties. Duh. Think it through. Plus 145 for France to win. Wazzy. I think this is the biggest decision here.
I honestly believe this will go to penalties.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's gonna be 1-1. Who wins on penalties? That's I don't know. I think I'll have to go give it to England.
Oh,
I think they're a bit more experienced when it comes to penalties. Harry Kane, for example, even Harry Maguire can take a penalty. We saw in Euro 20, unfortunately lost. But both these sides in Euro 2020 lost on penalties.
Right.
So, I don't know, because I feel like France might not have that same experience, especially with those midfielders. I don't know. That's a lot of pressure. I hope England learned a lot from their Euro 2020 final loss. So, you know, please don't give Saka a penalty.
Whoa.
Please. Not just because I feel that man would be crushed every minute.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'll go England on penalties.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go France 2-1.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna go France 2-1 in open play. I think it'll end in 90, but
I think one of these games is going to penalties.
Yeah, that's fair.
You gotta pick one.
I just want to clarify. You can also, if you do select draw, that is because it like you said, it'll go to pens, but either way, it ends in a draw technically.
Of course, this is Sunday Pundits Predict, powered by Coolbet. Let's get to the exclusive bets the 90th minute has.
Yeah.
And these are some crazy bets. I've never seen any form of bet like this in any sport.
Yeah, we have some pretty fun ones. You just have to head into Coolbet and find the 90th minute exclusives tab on Coolbet, and we have some pretty fun ones here. Okay, the first one we'll mention at least is Virgil van Dijk. Will he wear a man bun versus Argentina?
That's an actual bet?
That's our one of our actual 90th minute exclusives.
What are the odds on that?
Minus 182.
Minus 182 for Virgil van Dijk to wear?
A man bun.
Wow.
Against Argentina. What do you think he will?
Probably. Doesn't he always wear a man bun?
I think it's this mix between the man bun and the ponytail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we also have one other, a little bit, not outrageous one, but a little bit of a fun prop bet. Neymar. Will he have a different hairstyle against Croatia than what he had against South Korea? That is at plus 100.
Uncle, yes. I think he's going to change it up a bit.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
change the sauce?
I can see him doing something for Pele.
I dig it. Okay, all right. Now there's, of course, we do have ones that pertain to the matches as well. One of my favorite ones right now is Harry Maguire to score and England to win.
That's my exclusive bet.
Is that one yours?
I always go for a Harry Maguire goal. I should have been more specific. Off a corner header.
Yeah, exactly. The odds are currently sitting at plus 2,450. Oh, hello. We got stuff dropping all over the place. Plus 2,450. So you could chase some sauce there. You like it? You think, are you going to hit it?
Yeah, probably.
A little coy. Another one here that you could really chase some sauce. Plus 3,600. Bruno Fernandes to score and Morocco to win.
That was my bet.
That was yours, eh?
My exclusives.
That's a bold one.
Yeah. I wanted to be a little creative. Obviously, I said Portugal to win, but I just... we were asked, hey, you guys got any bets that could be fun? I'm like, sure. Here, go.
Yeah. And finally, this one caught my eye. Richarlison.
Oh, wow.
To score back-to-back goals for Brazil. I think that one may be one of the more realistic ones, I think.
It's been a great tournament.
But it's sitting at a plus 1,200. So you could kind of chase some sauce there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means if you were to throw down $5, you'd be winning 60.
Okay, wow. I might have to do that.
Yeah. So there you go. Again, all you have to do is head to Cool Bets, find our 90th minute exclusives tabs, and we will be right there. That was Pundits Predict, powered by Cool Bets.
Perfect. One last thing I want to talk about on this podcast is about John Guidetti. Now, you don't know who John Guidetti is, really?
No. Maybe if I saw a photo, I'd recognize
him. He's a Swedish striker.
No.
So he used to play for Manchester City, and then his career didn't really take off, but he had a lot of potential. Like, he was promised to be one of the best. By this point, he should have been one of the best strikers in the world.
Right.
But his career, unfortunately, took a very strange turn. Unfortunately, but I'll talk about the good moments. So recently, I sent in our group chat a boy surrounded by a few Kenyan children.
Oh, yes.
That was John Guidetti 20 years ago. So apparently when he was 3 years old, his family moved to Kenya because his dad was a school teacher there in Sweden. So it was interesting. Like, John Guidetti, like, he grew up in Kenya.
Huh. Like, that was actually him.
Yeah, this photo of him right here is John Guidetti.
No shit.
Yeah, so he learned how to play football in Kenya.
Oh.
And he then recreated that photo 20 years later.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So, and then eventually moved back to Sweden, and his footballing career really started to progress. However, the one thing people don't talk about John Guidetti and the reason why his career didn't take off, and really, he ended up playing for Feyenoord, Celtic. Let me bring it up.
Pretty top clubs.
Yeah. It's just John Guidetti
never lived up to the potential that they were promised.
There was a reason why.
Oh.
It's the most unluckiest injury illness a player could get.
No. Oh, I'm concerned. I'm half concerned where this is going. I'm watching your eyebrows right now go up, and I'm concerned.
I was interested about the Kenya story, so I looked up his story.
No,
it doesn't. No. So, so he went on loan to the Netherlands, and on his birthday, this is where everything changed. On his 20th birthday, everything changed. He went to have hamburgers with his girlfriend and his friends, and to discover the surprise party they had put together for him at a nightclub. But despite the joy of the moment, John began to feel bad and had to go home. The intense vomiting did not let him sleep that night. 10 days later, he returned to training with the club, but when he tried to put on his pants, he lost his balance and fell to the ground.
No.
He was taken to the hospital emergency. After examining it, they discovered that a piece of chicken in poor condition of the hamburger that he ate had caused an infection, and the antibodies generated by this organism had affected his nervous system, in addition to evaporating the muscles of his legs.
What?
Yes. So a hamburger essentially derailed the career of John Guidetti.
Wow.
It was 2 full years that John Guidetti had to stay out of the field due to this nightmare that he lived, and that caused many to give his promising career for dead.
So, does it talk about the extent of his legs right now? Can he use, because those are like his legs must be atrophied, right?
However, Guidetti never gave up. He began to fight and work, and little by little, results began to arrive until he was able to play football again professionally.
Cool, good.
So he's playing now. He was a champion at Euro under 21, apparently. Also, what we cannot say about him is that he is a failure. He was managed to play in great clubs in Europe, such as City, Celtic, Feyenoord, Celta de Vigo, and wherever he went, he scored goals, becoming an idol of the fans. And he also was crowned under 21 European champion with Sweden in 2015, and represented country at the Euro 20. So he's represented Sweden. It's just he never became that striker that many expect him to be. Like, he was gonna be like Zlatan's kind of replacement.
Yeah.
He in FIFA 12, 13, he had really good potential, like 92 overall.
Wow.
Yeah, so John Guidetti, man, it's fucking sad.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Well, the thing is, like, he continued to be very positive and grateful for everything because of the things he learned in Kenya. Right?
Cool.
In the midst of his success, he does not forget his origins. His immense love for Kenya and experience he lived there motivated him to found the Guidetti Foundation, a foundation that helps through football the most underprivileged children of the slums of Nairobi in Kenya. In fact, each one of his goals that he marks dedicates to the foundation. So
Nice.
it's just a wild, like a very bittersweet story.
Yeah, making the most out of a tough situation.
Like, it's I found it. I have so much respect for John Guidetti now.
Nice. Yeah,
Right?
me too.
So,
me too.
Go John.
No, that's awesome.
Maybe we'll go on the podcast one day.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Let's
We went
reach
Alice
out to him.
Johnson. Why not John Guidetti?
Yeah,
So.
There we go. Alrighty, let's wrap it up there. As honestly, we have our I guess we are the Sunday League Pundits. Should we quick? Oh, neither of us were at our game.
We weren't at our game last time because Brett and I work for
Oilers.
Yeah,
basically.
we essentially do hockey content as our gig, so we weren't able to go. But apparently they lost 9.
Yeah, apparently it was pretty chippy. So
you're going to the game tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I will just because of other stuff I have to do. I get this podcast up. So thank you to everyone for tuning in to Sunday League Pundits presented by Uber One.
I'm gonna go order some Uber right now.
I'm thinking fried chicken.
Ooh.
Stay healthy.